Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems.
Oh, what a build. What a build this one is. Might as well start it off with something random. Yeah, this is the Flea 19, but I'm experimenting with a few different things, and even though this is known as the ballistic machine gun Flea, I'm using a MRM-10 and medium pulse because it does have a missile hardpoint along with 1 energy. So I don't know. I mean, it's 20 tons. You really only got like 5 tons to work with, so there's not only so much you can do. And if you're not using machine guns, I don't know. I thought about LRMs too. I just don't really know. So we'll see how this works. We will definitely see here. But yeah, we'll do the machine gun build after this match. Can I fit under here? I sure can. Tiny.
Target acquired.
So yeah, it's been kind of weird being in lights recently. Just nothing but lights, kinda.
New target acquired.
Kind of throws me off a little bit.
Warning, incoming missile.
Eat my MRMs. I feel like the Flea is actually
New target acquired.
more fragile than the Locust is. You know, and I really don't remember how well the Pirana was. But you cannot compare the Flea 19 or the Flea with the Pirana at all. It's just not even close. So, big guy. We got an annihilator here. He's just eating. He's just eating it. And I'm being very, very dumb. Alright. Out of the way! So yeah, right now we do have our XL engine. But I probably will not be using the XL for the machine gun build. We'll be using the standard engine that comes with it. And yeah, it should not be that. I don't think it should be that slow. It's kind of a downside to this. I'm trying to find the upsides to this mech. But with 97.2 kph being the standard speed, not a lot of upsides. We are pushing. I'm trying to push these guys. Well, not just me, but the team. We're trying to push these guys in this corner here, and then let's see if we can. Looks like they are all going inside. Eat it. You know, when you're piloting medium and heavy mechs and assault mechs, you really don't have to worry about taking damage, you know, for... Oh, already strike. You really don't have to worry about taking damage for a while. If I need to... Shit, I need to move. Oh! Look at what that did to my mech.
Left leg critical damage.
Critical Rocket told me that, before I got the Flea, he was like, yeah, man, watch out for arty strikes. Those things will strip everything you got. Strip it away.
Target acquired.
But as I was saying, when you're in, you know, bigger mechs, you really don't have to worry about taking damage at first. You can kind of focus on putting out the damage while taking some. But with this mech, with the Flea, you've got to really, really be careful. And if you're not, you know, One good hit's gonna take you out. I've been getting better with it. I have. Well, better with staying alive. Damage output in the Flea for me is just kind of average.
Target destroyed.
There we go. Sucker.
New target acquired.
Woo! Oh!
Target acquired.
Alright. You will perish. Panther. Look how big the panther is compared to me. Don't land on me. Oh!
Right leg destroyed. Deep leg destroyed.
I'm lagged. I am lagged. Ugh. Oh man. If he hits me one time, I'm done. Luckily, he keeps missing with his PPCs. Oh, he got me with it.
Good luck on the next one.
Whoa, is he carrying a heavy PPC? I think he was. 11 to 10.
Target destroyed.
Oh, 12. We won. Nice. That was a close match too. Let's see. No, 184. All right. Well, hey, good match. Very close match. 1 kill, 7 assists. 184. We had to experiment with the build. That's what it's all about. Not a bad build either. Just not very great. Time to probably start the video like I normally do. And welcome to MechWarrior Online. This is Fuzzy Nova, and today we've got the Flea 19, the machine gun Flea, as everyone knows it. Yeah, the Flea 19. There's a couple builds that I've been doing with this. Now, if you're going to use your machine guns, you might as well go ahead and go all out with them. It's a good variant. I do like it. It's tough for me because I'm not big on using machine guns. I'm more of an ace autocannon type of fan. But it's still a good mech, and it's still a dangerous opponent because there's nothing worse than having a little tiny light on your tail with machine guns. If these guys get on your rear and you're an assault mech, you might have a big problem, depending on what you do. But yeah, the Flea, very, very cool design. I like the design of it. It's a lot of people are saying it's a locust basically, but it's not a locust at all. Some people are like, well, is this the new Pirana? No, it's not the new Pirana at all. The Pirana, in my opinion, the Pirana could run circles around this and destroy it, no problem. The Pirana has got this thing beat on machine gun hardpoints. It's another light mech. It's a new light mech, and I always welcome new mechs, especially when they're real mechs from the BattleTech lore. The Flea definitely is one of those, and I'm not a huge light pilot. I'm really not. But I do like the Flea, and it's a good mech. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 19. So this is basically almost, it's a close to stock build here. The Flea's 20 tons, so 20 tons, really you don't got a lot of room. You've got your armor points, and you've got your engine taking up almost 15 of those tons. So, the one thing I'm doing differently, because in my last Flea video, I did the Flea 17, and I used an XL engine. So that XL engine, I think it was an XL 160, gave me 129.6 kph, but it also weighed an extra ton. I am keeping the standard 120 engine that comes with the Flea, which is 97.2 kph. As I said before in a previous video, I think that is way too slow for this mech. This mech is lightly armored, it's tiny, and it needs a good speed, but you really just don't have the tonnage. You really don't. Not a lot to work with the Flea here. Some 20-ton mechs already come with a fast engine. This one is not one that does. 97.2 is right up there with the Wolfhound. So you've got to kind of work around that. The Flea 1.9 comes with 8 ballistic, 1 energy, and 1 missile, so it does have a missile hardpoint on this one. I have been using an MRM-10 on previous builds, and sometimes I'll use, medium pulse laser MRM-10, or sometimes I just use the energy and the missile if I'm not filling the ballistics. Because if you're going to use the ballistics, I think you should use all 8 of the hardpoints. And the thing about inner sphere machine guns is that the light and the regular machine guns weigh half a ton, where on other mechs they weigh a quarter of a ton. So that really does make that difference there. Heavy machine guns weighing 1 ton apiece, just don't have the tonnage for that. If I could have 8 heavy machine guns at half a ton apiece, I would do it, but I don't. Light machine guns have a good range. 500 max range, 250 optimal. So you can be a good distance away while doing maximum pinpoint damage. So I've got 8 light machine guns, 4 light machine guns in each arm. That's a lot of DACA right there, along with an ER medium laser in my CT. It's a small mech, you're not going to have a lot of weapons on this thing. That's just the way it is. If you don't like it, then go pilot something else. I look at it as a challenge. It is. It's a tough mech to handle. I've got 2 tons of light machine gun ammo. 2,500 shots in each. So we got 5,000 shots of light machine gun ammo, which is, it's okay. That's about good enough. You have to have at least 6 standard heat sinks in this thing to run it. So really, every item that you put in this mech is going to be a tight fit, a very, very tight fit. Armor points. I've noticed that the Fleas, each variant has different armor points. Some of them have more armor, some of them have less armor. I'm working with 20 in my CT, not a lot. 14 in my torsos, 8 in my arms, 14 in my legs, about 14. So yeah, watch out. A couple hits and you're down. An arty strike could take you out, no problem. It could literally destroy your mech. So this is basically a close. It's a run in, get behind him, get as much damage as you can, and get out. It's not a lot of weapons. They're not strong weapons, but it's what you've got. Essentially, this is definitely a recon mech. That was the purpose of this mech. Unfortunately, recon mechs in MechWarrior Online, the role can only be played so far, and I'm not very great at it. But definitely want to do all the Flea variants. We got the Flea 1.6 after this one, so we're just going to go ahead and do the Flea 1.9. I'm going to do this build, and I'll probably do another if I haven't already showed it. I don't know if I'll show it before this or after, but anyways, let's go ahead and get into a match, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield.
And we need you. Are you ready for Marauder? Join the mobile infantry and see if you've got what it takes to be a citizen. See you on the bounce, trooper. Service guarantees citizenship.
Weapons online. All systems.
Okay, HPG manifold again. We've got 8 light machine guns backed up with an ER medium. Now let's move on to the discussion, because I've seen it on the forums a lot, and just get it out there. In my opinion, the Pirana could destroy the Flea if it was a machine gun fight between the two. I don't even think there has to be that discussion. So there's that. I am using the standard engine. You can tell the difference in the speed. So with the standard engine, you've got to be even more careful than the normal. It's so servers are going down in 5 minutes. So I hope we'll be able to finish this match. That'd be nice. I'm kind of just waiting for my team. I'm gonna try to stick with them.
New target acquired.
I don't want to be alone on this one. Nothing crazy with this one. I just want to support some of the mechs, some of my friendlies here, and maybe annoy the enemy if I get the chance. But the Flea 1-9, we've got another Flea after this video. One more, the Flea 1-6. I did the 1-7 last, which was straight up energy, and this one is almost all ballistics, although it does have that missile hardpoint. This mech did come with a rocket launcher, rocket launcher 10. I really don't know how I feel about the rocket launchers. You can only use it once, and that's it. Some of them do have some high amount of damage points on it, which I guess can be deadly. If you could reload the rocket launchers, it'd probably be way too OP. So you know, get back down there. Had a Marauder trying to pop up. And that's the other bad thing. Someone bumps into you. Ooh, here we go. That hunchback down there. Trying to focus on him.
New target acquired.
Oh, he's going. He's jumping. Oh, there he goes. All right. Archer.
New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile. Warning, incoming missile. Warning, incoming missile. Warning, incoming missile.
I am taking some LRM hits here. Let's try to
Missile.
avoid that from happening. That Archer really got lit up there, so he
Target acquired.
really took a beating.
New target acquired.
Aha!
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
And I find that I do like using the Flea in this way, kind of going with the team, whoever they're targeting, just helping out a little bit, because a lot of the times the enemy mech is going to focus on a bigger target coming towards him, and not the small guy. Now, streak SRMs are going to be your worst enemies, as with any light mech. So, if you see someone with streaks, stay away from them. Stay a little bit out of range. But I do like the Flea. I am glad I got it. There's only so much you can do with it. Although this variant is probably the most diverse, even though it only has one missile and one energy hardpoint. Still more options. And I am out of ammo. Match is over anyways, so we totally dominated that match. Straight up murder right there. We probably did more damage than we did the match before because we're using light machine guns. Yeah, 8 assists, 300 damage. A pretty good amount. I do like the Flea 1-9. It's a good one, especially if you like your machine guns. If you're a machine gun type of pilot, this is a good one to do. Troll to 4, not too bad. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next video for the Flea 1-6. Fuzzy Nova, out.